damn spot, man. And my question is, what do you do in this situation? Because, man, when I go to Chuck E. Cheese, when I take my little girl to Chuck E. Cheese, man, there's some ghetto hood motherfuckers in there. Yeah. And what do you do? But my thing is, shit, I'm going to grab the little kid, but a lot of people are scared to grab the kid because they're scared of what the damn parent going to do. And where the hell is the parent? This little kid in this video is like motherfucking 4, 5 in this video, and he acting a damn fool.
Right.
So here, I'm going to show y'all this clip right here. You know something now? Do you notice, man, that the cat's videotaping it is just watching? Right. And that's what our society has become lately, is just people just watching the damn video. I mean, just sitting around watching.
Right.
And which is, because you know what, man, one time I ran up on 2 girls, man, they about to get them in. They about to fight on the road rage incident. And I pulled out my phone at first. I started videotaping. And I was about to continue videotaping, but then I'm like, nah, I got to break it up. Because, man, a road rage incident, man, could be deadly. Any incident in Chicago, for sure, I mean, could be deadly. And, man, I don't think we should let these people fight, man, and just sit around and watch it. What you think?
Man, it's a thin line, right? Because especially in Chicago, mugs will kill you just for talking to them. You know what I'm saying? Just for if you touch their kid, you say something to their kid, parents ready to fight you. True or false?
And that's the problem. And then it's a lot of white people in this Chuck E. Cheese too, man. And like I tell people, one bad incident that we do make us all look bad, man. And you could, and I'm gonna show you these people in this video, man. They looking at the kid like, and looking at us like, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. But here.
Oh, you left. Yo, little boy. I'm trying to go behind you.
I'm sorry.
Look, a little bit. Come on. Hold up. We ain't gonna take a point. Yo, whose son is this? Don't put no money in. Oh, wow. I got a phone for him, but that's okay. And we just watching? No. When? Just watching. Oh, look at this. Yo. Yo, baddest nigga, please. I'm out of here. That's what we gonna start, man. Fuck out of here.
And so, man, and even the worker go over there and try to grab the boy, man, and you could tell that a lot of this is due to lack of discipline at home. For one, he's at Chuck E. Cheese. His parents ain't nowhere around. And 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10, we already know this young brother is from a broken home.
Right.
A single mother raising his kid, or trying to raise, single child mother who's very young trying to raise a kid and don't know how to. Obviously, this little kid has never, ever been disciplined a day in his life.
Right.
So, and that's the issue. Do you grab this kid and discipline him yourself? Because a lot of old timers always talk about they used to grab him. They was able to grab a kid back in the day and discipline him. And
Right.
shit, I like that. I mean, man, kid is acting a fool in there. Matter of fact, one time I was in Chuck E. Cheese, man, and there was a Mexican family, and their kids was on this Jeep ride or whatever, man. And this is for the young kids, like under 6.
Mhm.
And they put their kid on this Jeep ride, and 2 young bad black kids came, jumped up there, and was pushing their kids and hogging the ride, and the lady was just looking at them like, what the fuck is that? And they looked at me, and I looked at them like, what the fuck? And I could see it in her face. She was like, these fucking kids are unbelievable.
Right.
And I mean, she'd be right. That shit was unreal.
Right.
So, I mean, what point do we go back to disciplining these kids? Strangers being able to discipline. Because nowadays, shit, you touch somebody's kid, is
It's on.
hell yeah.
All right, so this is my take on it, bro. So, all right, and I learned this. I work with autistic children. I work with I was a paraprofessional in Nashville, but elementary school. So ages like first grade. It was like first grade to like maybe 4th grade, right? So behavioral kids with like autism, like severe autism, things like that. They're gonna do things. The craziest things you could think of. You know what I'm saying? They'll throw scissors across the room. They'll, you know what I'm saying? They'll do the crazy. They'll throw a chair or whatever. Some of them would just outlash and really just like nigga, bitch, you know what I'm saying? So one way I did it, opposed to like traditionally like punishing them, I had to like trick them into like understanding the message. And I think we actually have to do this with like these adults. Like we gotta trick them, like we gotta like play like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's funny, like So now you got their respect, right? Because you kind of like just be like, you just making small talk. But then, man, you gotta show them some love. Like you gotta kind of like,
Right.
I'm gonna give you an example. Let me give you an example to explain my thought process. So it was this event here in Maywood, and it was a cipher, right? And one of the artists got to talking about shooting. He got to talk about busting and all that guns, blah blah blah. So and then one of the elders was like, man, no, he didn't appreciate that. Like he can't come in here like talking like that. Like this ain't the place to do it. But I was like, man, honestly, in that situation, bro, you got to pull a buddy to the side and be like, talk to him about some guns. Like, shit, what kind of gun you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of got to trick him. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You ever bust something? You ever shot an animal? That's right. Then you kind of come in slowly and you kind of give your message. But all right, brother, you know what I'm saying? This ain't really the place to do it. I understand, you know what I'm saying? Guns is important. So basically, It's all about redirecting how you come at people. You can no longer like come at somebody hard no more. Because you come at somebody hard, they're gonna come at you harder. You kind of got to use psychology. You kind of got to like come around the bush.
You know what? That's the problem with a lot of these kids, is that they've never been disciplined ever a day in their damn life, and a lot of this discipline should start it at home, and that's the problem with the single parent household, is because they've never been disciplined where they should have been disciplined, obviously. True. At home.
True.
And they come out in public or come to a public school system. And then a lot of these parents want the public school system to discipline them kids. And it's not, well, we need a school system, and I'm glad that you're in a school system that, you know, the parents could, the teachers could discipline out of love. Because black students go to we have white teachers in our schools that don't give a shit about these kids. And they tell the kids that they got ADHD, put them on medicine, and don't even give a shit, and treat them like dirt. Right. Or treat them like animals.
Yeah. Also, these kids with these behavior problems need an outlet to release their energy. Sometimes at home, parents sit down, be quiet, sit down, be quiet. They get to school, be quiet, sit down. These kids need to release that energy. So we need to like take these kids out and let them kill some animals. Take them out hunting. You know what I'm saying?
No, brother, kill those damn animals.
Yeah, they could throw rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like teach them how to hunt. That's what we gotta do.
You know what? But they are seeing that behavior at home.
Right.
They're seeing that at home.
Yeah. Hey, so how do we let kids release their energy? Because they gonna have to do it. They gonna have to do it some way. How do we let them like release that out?
Man, yeah, that's a good question, man. But they need to be loved at that age. I don't think. You know what? I mean, you know what? Okay, so let's say if the parents are messed up at the crib and you at a school, you see this behavior. Yeah, the school is gonna have to treat that kid with some type of love if possible, man.
Right.
All right, but I'm gonna finish the clip.
Cool.
So this little kid just spit on these ladies. He just spit on these ladies. And and now since he spit on those ladies, kids don't know this type of behavior at that age. He's seeing this type of stuff at home.
Yeah,
no
true.
Question. That type of stuff he's seeing at home.
Yo, I don't know. Yo, he went in there. Yo, what is that? Oh, this nigga is wildin'. Right there, yo, this is crazy. They need security on this kid? They want somebody to wall out. Yeah. No money, don't put no money. Yo, I'm out. Don't put no money. Oh, this is crazy.
So man, as you can see, man, that was bananas, man. This little kid, man, was wilding out, and a lot of people sat around, watched it, man, and I think it make us all look bad for real, man. When we see something behavior like that, man, from a kid or anything, make us all look bad.
Right.
And it's a product of these, and he's spitting on people, man. He's obviously seen that at home.
Right.
No question. That type of stuff, man, is taught, which is a damn shame, because that's one of our number one problems in the black community is broken homes. You know what I'm talking about? These kids are seeing this particular type of behavior from home and are coming out in public, but then where are the fucking parents at? Why are these parents not with this child? Which is a damn tragedy. And if you and shit, my little girl don't leave my sight. If she leaves my sight for 2 seconds, I flip the fuck out. I'm like, damn, where's my little girl? How can you just let this kid roam around Chuck E. Cheese when somebody can easily just snatch him and walk out the door? These motherfuckers only check your hand, but they really don't check your hand, because Chuck E. Cheese normally have little 16-year-old, 17-year-old kids that don't give a shit. They get minimum wage, and they just at the damn door.
Right. Check this out. Alicia Clifton in your comments said, she said, like, they need to learn how to plant a garden, hands-on. They need to hunt, fish. Now, if you teach a man to fish, he'll never go hungry. Then she said, etiquette classes need to be. So look, check this out. If you're gonna have some kids with behavioral problems, maybe five, and this is not a statistic, this is not a true statistic, but I'm just guesstimating here. Maybe like 5 out of 10 children may have behavioral problems, right? That's why we have things called rites of passages. Let me pull this up.
Hey, I agree with you, Alicia. Definitely, they need, as far as in our school systems, I think we need a lot of men as well in the school systems. So, and good men that we could go grab these young brothers and teach them a lot of this etiquette classes. Gardening, fishing. Definitely a man in this child's life that could take this young brother out on the weekends, man. Go bowling, basketball. Shit, Chuck E. Cheese has, some outlets, man, and this is definitely a result of a planned parenting, definitely.
Exactly.
Alicia, this is my YouTube screen and My Life in the Shy. Subscribe to My Life in the Shy YouTube screen. I can see the comments there. I actually just shared it on Facebook, this live stream. But yeah, I definitely agree with you that fishing, even though I never been fishing, I heard a lot of my friends really like it.
Yeah.
I never have myself. Brother, what the hell is that picture you got?
Basically, it's like back in ancient, not even ancient civilization, back in like a lot of African villages and African civilizations, like
Yeah.
these kids had like responsibilities that they had to take care of. Saying, like that's why they got the hunting spirits and stuff like that. That's where they, like, as Africans, as Black people, we naturally have a lot of like a warrior type, energy. Like it's naturally in our blood. So while I'm saying is basically this is how they used to handle these issues back in the day. They made these children, or these young adults, have some real responsibility.
Right.
And that's the purpose of it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Let me.
They made these children, or also, so for me, I'll give you an example. Like I pledged a fraternity. I pledged Kappa Alpha Psi. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with I grew up in a household full of women, right? My grandma, my mom, and my sisters, like they all was extremely strong-minded. However, like I had lacked like an alpha male, like a aggressive survival skills that that it takes a man to teach a man. So me playing the fraternity, that like gave me an outlet, real rites of passage of like how I need to conduct myself in society, how I need to treat others, my responsibility, like the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So I purposely forced myself to go through a rites of passage there. In elementary school, I went through a rites of passage. It was called the organization was called Omega Yes. It was an Afrocentric organization. They taught us the African national anthem. We had to sing it every day. We had Afrocentric. Yeah, we had to sing it every day. I was in like 4th grade, I believe. They taught us how to tie. We had to wear a tie. We had to wear a tie and a shirt. Every every like Monday we had to wear a tie and shirt. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere we went, we had to walk in the line. We had to stay disciplined. We had to be on time. Every time we went somewhere, we had to be on time. Then also, like we just went out and just did some stuff like to release our energy. Like what I'm saying? Like even like we wrestled. You know what I'm saying? Like
where was this
stuff
at?
like that. So those are the type of things that like, and those are not in the schools. The schools do like PE is like the bare minimum. PE is like a joke. Like these kids need to be like learning like life skills and stuff like that, and like being able to release their anger problems or behavior problems rather.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, that sounds like you know what? Yeah, discipline, because absolutely that's absolutely true. A woman alone cannot raise a man. It takes other men out there on the streets to watch out for these children. It takes other men in the school systems to look out for our young brothers and sisters.
Yes.
And so,
hey, Donald, so every time I come up with an epiphany, I look at it. Let's go ahead and let's find some organizations in the Chicago area that provides rites of passages for our children, and let's promote them and possibly get the president or whoever over the organization. Let's possibly get them on the show, and or let's get some psychologists that deals with like children behavior problems. And we can get them to educate the public.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. You know what? But and our understand this. So in Chicago public school systems, and what happens is in these school systems, it's not a lot of men in the school system, good men in the school systems, that can grab these young brothers and really teach them.
Yeah, at the school I worked at, it was just me and at the time my roommate, and there was another guy. All three of us, we all worked in the same paraprofessional classroom, but we was the only three like young African American men in the whole school is predominantly black, and out of all the staff, we was the only three. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And only had one, I think maybe two instructor, but one out of all the years of school I had, one that really cared, especially in high school, elementary school, that'll pull you to the side and give you that genuine love, and they let you know I'm pulling for you, do the right thing. That's what these kids need in these schools, and of course they don't have it. It needs more men in our school systems, definitely. But why is it not a lot of men in the school system? That's a good question. I want to know.
That's a good question. We can ask anybody in the comments have an answer to that as well. Like, why is there a lack of proportional men in school systems?
Yeah, that is a good question. It is a big lack because it's a lot of women. It
Right.
may be a male dean or something like that, but just there to discipline,
Right.
But
Right.
nobody there to show that particular love for these children,
Right.
As far as somebody that's discipline and love, a dean is just there to lay down the discipline,
Right.
and that's it. That's all these children have right now, and especially if they do come out of a broken home, they definitely need a male role model somewhere, especially in the school system, on the streets. Because on the streets, man, these gangs will catch that kid and be that family for that kid. That's why a lot of these kids gang bang, is because gangs are that family that they get, that family environment, that family love that
Right.
you get from gangs. Because these older brothers are your brothers, and they'll fight and die for you, and you'll fight and die for them.
I agree. Definitely
So-
agree. 100.
And that particular type of environment will engulf them every time. So now you got brothers that'll fight and die for you, and they say, "Hey, young brother, look, go do a drive-by on our enemies on the next block," and you're gonna do it
Right.
because this is the people that embraced you. That's the people that love you on these streets.
Right.
So if you don't have a father figure on the streets that's telling you, "Hey, young brother, that ain't the way to go," then. But this particular clip, man, that's the point I really want to raise on this. We're gonna go ahead and end this live broadcast, man. So, man, make sure y'all subscribe to My Life in the Shy YouTube channel. This is Demetrius from Unlimited Perspectives. You
Yes,
don't
sir.
have your logo up there. Demetrius,
got it. Say again.
you don't have your logo.
I have to be on my XSplit, and I'm on Hangouts right now.
Okay, all right. But this is Demetrius. Check out Unlimited Perspectives, My Life in the Shot. Check out our YouTube channel. Make sure you just subscribe. This is also on Facebook too. All right, y'all. Be easy. All right,
Peace.
bro.